Hi there, and welcome to the Wonderful Word. Another day, another dollar for the government. Anyway, um, if you've liked some of my previous videos, which I hope you have, I hope you've went on YouTube and seen them. They're informative as well as comical and humorous. That way, it keeps everybody happy, and stuff. So I've decided today to talk about elevators. First thing that pops into your mind, it's gonna fall. That's me. I mean, I don't ride in elevators. I take the stairs. That's the healthy way to do it. You're not going to lose any weight in an elevator unless you sweat it out or get stuck. An overweight person does not belong in an elevator. They have a weight limit. 235 pounds is the weight limit. If they're over that, the elevator's going down. Get it? Pun. Elevator down. Okay. Anyway, you see it in movies. Speed, for example. He rigged the elevator to blow up when it got to a certain floor, and and everything like that and stuff. And he charged a ransom, and stuff and everything. He was a nut, Howard Payne, and his real name was Dennis. I can't remember his last name. But anyway, okay. Elevators were designed to take you from one floor to the next floor. I don't know who invented elevators, but I'm sure that they're dead. They're long since dead. And elevators used to be on hydraulics. And what it would do is it would propel you from the first floor, and it would have an automatic stop. Buildings were like, the tallest buildings back in the olden days were like probably 10 stories. The tallest building was the Chrysler building and the General Motors building. And New York is known for its tall buildings. Okay, Superman, he knows about tall buildings. That was funny. Okay, anyway, elevators are designed not to fail. Okay? I mean, you saw that movie, The Towering Inferno. You're not supposed, during a fire in a building, you're not supposed to use the elevators. You're supposed to use the staircase. It clearly states, during a fire, do not use the elevators. But you got your stupid people who don't think, and they forget, and they go, we gotta get to the elevator, and they go hauling boogity to the elevator. And about 25 people plow into the elevator. And what happens? 25 people plummet from whatever floor they're on to the basement to their death. And 25 people are took out. Okay. Elevators are a great invention. I mean, I'm sure the person that invented them, they probably made a lot of money off of that. Probably millions and billions of dollars, and everything. Some guy probably named John Elevator, John Wilbur Elevator. Mr. Elevator, how's it going? You got enough money? I mean, heck, you need more? So, I mean, elevators are like, um, people do disgusting things on elevators. They pass gas, they burp, they smoke on elevators. You're not supposed to, but they do, you know, on their way from the first floor or the basement parking garage to the whatever floor they work on. I mean, look at the Twin Towers. That was a real crisis. That showed us that our buildings are not uh, invulnerable to modern you know catastrophe. A lot of people died in the Twin Towers, and the elevators. There is no way that I would get up there and get in an elevator. You couldn't pay me to get in an elevator because elevators were designed, like I said before, elevators were designed to carry you from one floor to the next. But they jerk. I hate that. I hate that jerking motion, you know. And you're praying silently to yourself. Please God, please God, please God, let the doors open. Please God, let the doors open. Please God. And that's what I do. I don't get on elevators as much as possible. I don't. I went to a place in Georgia that had an elevator. I won't say where. And I took the stairs. And this building is like, it has 11 floors. And then the observatory floor. And let's just say this. I took the stairs because to me, the stairs were safer. I believe. I'm not just rambling on. I'm trying to educate you and enlighten you. I mean, if you don't have a problem with elevators, I don't either. I mean, more power to you, ride the elevator all you want, until your head falls off. I mean, that's you. But me, when I my wife was in the hospital when she was alive. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I took the stairs. Every time I went outside to smoke a cigarette, I took the stairs. And I probably was a better person for it. I mean, I'm probably healthier because of it, and such. And there's no telling how many times I went up and down those stairs, and everything. And I'll tell you what, elevators will teach you, they'll teach you one thing. And the thing they'll teach you is that they'll teach you to have tolerance when it comes to how much you can take. You never know what you're capable of until you get on an elevator. And elevators will teach you a lot of things, but the one thing that elevators will teach you is how much nerve, or how many nerves in the human body. I suggest to you that if you're afraid of elevators and you have a phobia, everybody has phobias. It's okay. It's okay to admit that you have a phobia. Some people are afraid of snakes. Some people are afraid of ants. Some people are afraid of bumblebees. Some people won't step on an escalator. But you don't see very many escalators these days. Atlanta used to have one. And let me just say this: you can believe this. You cannot be cured from a phobia of an elevator. You can't. I mean, they can hypnotize you to, you know. I mean, a Hindu can get up there. Everything is going to be fine. You are going to be okay. When you step on the elevator, everything will be lovely. You will not be scared. Bull, I say. I say bull because a phobia is a phobia, and that's why they invented phobias. I'm sure the first person that stepped on an elevator, and everything, whenever elevators were invented, I don't know what year they came out with them, but you always hear about elevator crashes and elevators. The wires, the cables, and everything. It has a braking system, and everything like that and stuff. And they have an emergency button and telephones in them. But if I had to get to an appointment that involved an elevator, I wouldn't make it. And that's just the way it is. So the next time somebody makes fun of you about a phobia that you have, particularly elevators, always remember, you make sure you tell them, hey, I'm afraid of a lot of things. Public toilets, private toilets, those ones on the construction site. I won't get in one of them, because I'm afraid that somebody will come along and tip the doggone thing over while I'm in it. I mean, all you got to do is shove real hard and it'll go over. And then you'll be covered in fecal matter and urine and everything else, everything. And it'll be all over the place. But I hope this was informative. I hope it helped you. And this is the wonderful word. And take life as it comes. Sometimes it's not always pleasant. Goodbye.